Well, good morning, everybody. Glad you joined me. I have to be honest, I'm having fun with the green screen again. If you're listening to the podcast, this won't make any sense, so you go check out the video on YouTube or our Facebook page or our website or Instagram, whatever, and you can watch the video. But I'm holding this ink pen up here, and what color does I don't know. But I'm looking up at the monitor. It's looking like it's orange. But then I go over here and it's blue, and this is cool. Here, it's two-tone, blue and orange, and it's actually lime green. So, I got all three colors now for some reason. When you use a green screen, it's just weird what happens. I could wear a green shirt and it'd be a floating head doing these devotions. Wouldn't that be cool? No, I'm not going to do that. All right, let's get serious. We're in Psalm 29. Psalm 29. And I want to talk today from this psalm about when God speaks. How many of you have ever heard it said that God often speaks in a still, small voice, in a quiet, gentle voice? We say that a lot, don't we? And the truth is, He does often speak that way. The Holy Spirit nudges us. You'll be out somewhere and it's like the Holy Spirit is nudging you to talk to someone, to invite someone to church. You're reading the Bible and the Holy Spirit nudges you. Maybe He convicts you of something. Maybe He inspires you in some way. There's that still, quiet, that soft, quiet, that gentle voice of the Holy Spirit of God, and He speaks to us like that. But sometimes God's voice is just the opposite. Really loud, okay? Screams, it shouts, it's loud. And God doesn't always speak in a soft, quiet voice. Sometimes He's loud. Psalm 29 talks about that. Look with me at verses 3 and following. He says, "The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thunders." Thunders loud. "The Lord is over many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful." It's not weak. "The voice of the Lord is majestic," in verse 4. In verse 5, "The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars." It's like wind. It's like a vibration. It's a pulse that just shatters stuff. And goes on to talk about that. In verse 7, "The voice of the Lord hews out flames of fire." Verse 8, "The voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness." There's nothing quiet and soft and gentle about God's voice in these verses. Now, I do believe that most of the time God speaks to us in a soft, quiet, gentle type voice. But there are moments when God says, "You're not listening to me." And He gets loud. He gets strong. He gets powerful. And He says, "I'm going to get your attention." And if I have to break something, if I have to shatter something, I'll do it. I think usually He does that because we're not listening. But sometimes God's voice, it thunders. The question we need to answer, whether God is speaking to us in a soft, gentle, quiet voice or a loud, thunderous, cedar-breaking voice, the question you and I need to answer is, are we hearing Him? Because we can tune out God's voice, whether it's soft or loud, gentle or strong. Are we listening? Are we here? Do you hear God when He talks to you? Second question, do you do what He says? Do you obey Him? Do you respond appropriate when He speaks, whether it's a soft voice or a loud voice? Now, use your imagination for a moment. Can you imagine what God's voice is going to sound like on the judgment day? Can you imagine how you are going to respond to His voice on that day? Then my suggestion is respond to His voice this day the same way you will that day. because that voice today, whether soft or loud, is coming from the same God, the same Lord who is going to speak on the judgment day. And the response, the obedience you will give him then is the response and obedience you should be giving him now, no matter how his voice sounds. Let's listen and do. Let's hear and obey God's voice when it's loud and when it's soft, and life will go so much better for us all. Hey, God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.